Whether you believe that he's being genuine or not, President Barack Obama is pushing for the U.S. to finally institutionalize some form of paid maternity leave throughout the country. Here's a couple of quotes from the president. Many women can't even get a paid day off to give birth. Now, that's a pretty low bar. And I love this second quote. It's this totally unnecessary dig. He says, if France can figure this out, we can figure this out.
I don't think it's unnecessary. I love that dig, and I
What
think he's
does he have
absolutely
against France?
No. I think he's trying to make a point. Like, you guys are talking so much shit about France, right?
Yeah, you could be right.
Yeah, and I like that point was made, and also the fact that the United States is supposed to be like one of the most productive countries, and we're so powerful and we're so strong and we care about human rights. And we have an entire party that's in favor of women having babies regardless of the situation, right? You get pregnant, we want you to have the baby, you have to have the baby. We want to get rid of your reproductive rights to force you to have that baby. And then they don't support paid maternity leave, right? Yeah. Republicans, conservatives specifically, should be the most supportive when it comes to laws like this. But they're not. They shut their mouths because they don't want any type of social service or any type of laws that actually help families. They just want to force you to have the babies, and then they want you to shut up. Yeah. That's it.
Well, now, you might think, well, why are we debating this? We have a pretty big international audience. You're probably thinking, well, maybe they're not particularly liberal when it comes to maternity leave, but they've got to have something, right? Right? Unfortunately not. Barack Obama says there's only one developed country in the world that does not offer paid maternity leave, and that is us. And that is not the list you want to be on your lonesome. It's time to change that. And to demonstrate this, take a look at this map of the world. The countries are color-coded based on how much maternity leave they give. Now, we are not alone. President Obama is incorrect there. Suriname, Liberia, Papua New Guinea, Western Samoa, and Tonga, they have joined us in offering no maternity leave, paid maternity leave whatsoever. Wow. And if you've taken a look at economic reports of the past 5 years or so, there might be some form of maternity leave, but if it's not paid, then it doesn't really exist. And American women need it. We need to catch up to the rest of the world.
Oh. To be fair to President Obama, he said developed countries. So, I don't know if he's dissing the island nation of Tonga, in which case it's not cool. But so he's actually technically accurate about that. Isn't that amazing, Jimmy? You look at that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's
blown away by that.
Because even I thought,
Russia.
I thought, no.
Russia. And they have the most liberal, by the way, 26 weeks 26. Or more. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know why they want Russians to have more babies?
Yeah,
they do. That's actually one of their policies, right? Because they're worried about not being able to repopulate enough, et cetera. And countries that do that want to encourage that. Now, as Anna pointed out, our Republicans do want to encourage you to have more babies under any and all circumstances.
Unless you're a minority.
That's not actually true. Here's the distinction of why it's not totally hypocritical. The GOP does want women to have more babies, but not all women. The women who don't need paid maternity leave are the women who aren't working anyway, probably more likely to vote Republican. It's all you damn Democratic lib women who are trying to balance a family and a career who would benefit from paid maternity leave. They don't want you having more kids, pumping out more libs.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about that, but I do know that under all circumstances, if you've got the baby, that's your problem, not their problem, right? I mean, on the day you give birth, you cannot get paid maternity leave.
Yeah.
That's insane.
There's no federal law, but obviously some companies might have maternity leave anyway. Sure. And then as we talk about this story, I started thinking about TYT. Like, how does TYT work? Do you guys have maternity leave? I mean, we're so supportive of it, so I would only want to get you on the record saying that we would do maternity leave.
No, well, we do have masturbation leave, which is a little different.
Well, I feel like that happens every 10 minutes in this office.
Anna, you've got an hour lunch break. If you can't get it done in that time, you need to push harder.
All right, this all got very uncomfortable.
I was talking about the baby.
Now back to
Jake, I'm
substance.
pregnant.
Push it out. So in 1993, we passed the Family Medical Leave Act, right? And so you would think, oh, okay, we did something that was under Clinton, good job. Instead, that's for unpaid leave, okay? Yeah. So if you actually want paid leave, sad day for you. You just got to be lucky at working at one of those companies that gives you maternity leave, otherwise you get nothing. Now, President Obama, for his own staff at the White House, gives 6 weeks of paid leave, because that's as the boss, his discretion just for his staff at the White House. But right now,
6 weeks. That's it.
That's
6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a month and a half to take care of an infant.
Yeah.
That you gave birth to.
And to also, of course, recover from giving birth. I mean, that's amazing.
And he's the most liberal guy.